Hey everyone, and welcome back into today's video. My name is Jason and we are going to be diving through Nano Dimensions because it is one of my favourite stocks and I absolutely love Nndm. I've been investing in Nndm since it was at $2. It is in my top 5 holdings and I am convinced that this stock is going to eventually go to the moon. And if you are an Nndm shareholder, I want to know who you are, so be sure to go down in the comments, write Nndm to the moon and I will know exactly who you are. And if you would like access to my buy and sell alerts, then be sure to join the private Patreon. I will leave a link in the description below. So guys, Nndm has in fact been selling off as of recent, and we have reached a new low of around $7. And again, we have now found a double bottom here. So I do believe that this is a very good chance potentially to start loading our boats for the long term. And it is worth comparing some of the other 3D printing stocks. So I'm going to bring up 3D Systems, which is ticker symbol DDD for you guys right now. This is another stock that I am currently watching in the 3D printing sector. Now you guys can see that they have also made a double bottom at the lows of $22.99, so around that $23 mark. You guys can see that we did have the earnings and they did actually miss on earnings over the last quarter, and this was just announced again just over the last couple of weeks, which is why we did see another sell-off. But guys, this is now in a corresponding channel, and again we can expect those highs of $33, which also, if we go on to the price targets for DD, we can see that we have a high estimate at the end of the year for $31, and this is a consensus 12-month price forecast for 3D Systems Corp. And again, this is on CNN Business. This is from 7 analysts that are in the 3D printing space. So irregardless guys, the medium target is of $25, so that's still a nice upside of anywhere around that 12% price range. And I do believe that now these 3D printing stocks have been selling off quite dramatically, and again we did have those highs of $56. Now it is worth noting guys that stocks do like to retest those highs, so at some point in the future I do believe that we are going to in fact see those highs again of $56 for the DDD stock. So that presents us a lovely 2x upside guys from the current share price. A 2x would be in fact $44, which again would be even less than that 56 high range. So again, that is going to be a 3x price prediction, and again this is going to be some really nice upside. ARK Invest have been buying up DDD, especially over the last month, and again I did look on their balance sheets, and over the last few days they have in fact been loading up even more DDD. So guys, this is another stock to potentially watch on top of Nndm, and you guys know I am extremely bullish on Nndm, so let's bring up the Nndm chart real quickly. So guys, Nndm is in the 3D printing space, and it is worth noting that this company have their finger in so many pies. They are working in aerospace, in industries, they are working in energy, they are working in so many different industries, in hospitalization. Again, they are making these products right now, and it is estimated guys that the 3D printing sector is going to be worth $120 billion by the year of 2029. Now if I come on to Yahoo Finance, you can see that Nano Dimensions current position market cap is 1.89 billion, and if we come onto DDD, again that is only 2.86 billion. So these companies have a lot of room to grow guys. And if I bring up this graph right now, you can see that the large growing accessible market opportunity ARK Invest is going to compound at 27% every single year over these next 9 years. And right now we are only at 18 billion. 3D printing is just in its prime guys. They are just starting out, and we are in fact at the very beginning of a new tip in the S-curve. So this is going to be a nice opportunity of innovation that is going to disrupt the 2D printing market moving forward, and we are going to use 3D printing obviously moving forward into a mass adoption of many different markets, and it is going to play a big role in the future, which is why I am in fact dabbing my toes, and this industry is in my top 5, and I did pick Nndm because I got in at some very attractive prices around that $2 price range all the way back this time last year, before any acquisitions or news or hype was in fact about Nndm, because I did a lot of research guys into 3D printing, and this is why I have been talking about Nndm, and I have a separate playlist on my channel all the way dating back from months ago when I did in fact start to invest into this company. And I think that right now if we bring the charts up, you guys can see that again we have double bottomed, and these stocks are performing very similarly to one another, and I think that this is a very nice buy the dip opportunity. On the orange, guys, on the chart, you can see that we have a very strong layer of resistance and also a very strong layer of support. So if we were in fact to come down to that $6 price range, then guys, I would probably be adding to my existing position, because I think that this is very, very cheap. And also ARK have been continually buying up those shares again over the last few weeks because they have been selling off. And if we come into the ARK Q ETF, guys, you can see that 3D Printing Corp is at position number 33. Now, they actually hold 38 million shares, which is more than 1.13% of their ARK Q ETF. And if we come on to the Nano Dimensions, guys, it has been piling its way up and it is at currently positioned number 19. So once we do see that increase in the share price of Nano Dimensions moving forward, guys, we are going to see an exponential push and it is going to make its way up, I do believe, in the ARK Q Autonomous and Technology Robotics ETF. And it will probably be one of Cathie's top 10 holdings. I really do believe that she has positioned this stock for the long term to really take up about 5% of her portfolio. Once again, that share price does start to eat up its way because it is going to go on a rampage over these next 12 to 24 months. And I do believe that once we do in fact have an acquisition, the news of the new acquisitions that Joseph Stern is wanting to acquire new companies, then again, this share price is going to be loaded to the future and we are going to see a push of Nano Dimensions to the moon over the next couple of years. So I'm very, very excited for the future. Joseph Stern did come out, and it is worth noting, guys, that recently they are in fact having a struggle right now in the industry, and this is all due to the pandemic, which is why again we have seen these big sell-offs and why they have been obviously doing a lot of direct offerings in the past because they've needed this cash on their balance sheet. Don't forget they have 1.5 billion right now in cash, which is much more substantially than a lot of those other 3D printing stocks. So this is why they have been doing it, because again the pandemic has in fact influenced the business and it has obviously not moved much. We haven't had much revenue in, and that is why obviously there is a lot of bearish news. But moving into the future, we are going to need these companies and 3D printing is going to be here for the long term. So I'm very, very excited for the 3D printing sector as a whole to start taking off, and these are two stocks that I am watching. And again, I have been alerting all of my Patreons inside the buy and sell alert signals that I will leave in the Discord. So if you are interested or someone that wants my buy and sell alerts, then be sure to check out the Patreon. I will leave a link to that in the description below. There are limited slots available and they are filling up very quickly, guys. So if you are someone that wants that early bird 50% discount, there are only about 5 or 6 slots left. So be sure to check that out. But I do think that in the short term, even as a short-term trade, you could even swing this and potentially take those highs again of anywhere around $9 to $10, which would actually present you of about a 20% upside, and you can expect to see that over the next couple of weeks. So this is a very nice place to load our boats for Nndm, and I am very excited for the prospect of the future. So if you are someone that did get into Nndm potentially around that $10 or $11 price range, then again, don't panic. I'm not a financial advisor, so always make sure to do your own research and due diligence. But personally, I would be using this as an opportunity to, in fact, lower my base costs by dollar cost averaging in, which is why I always preach, guys, on this channel, never go in with your full position at once. You always want to dollar cost average in over the course of several weeks or even, in fact, several months, because that way you are going to get the best price possible. And that way, obviously, if the price is suddenly selling off exactly like it has, you are going to, in fact, average your position down every single week. And that way, over the long term, guys, you will have a lower cost average of Nndm stock, and then over the long term that will sit as a nice high price, and you can expect to see some nice gains moving into the future as this industry starts to take off as a whole. So that wraps up this video today. Don't forget to go down there, smash that like button for me as always, and also hit that big red subscribe button. I look forward to seeing you guys back on my channel soon for some more content on investing. Stay safe, stay green, and stay positive, and I will see you guys in my next video. Ciao.